start the thing.
So, we are here. We're here with Chad Mueller, owner and operator of Implant TX here in Central Texas. And we had to push the record button. So I guess we're going to talk about, what got you into dental, how long you been in the business. When did you start in dentistry?
95.
95
I started school and I got a job part-time stacking crowns in San Antonio.
Oh, wow.
1995.
And then like, a little bit closer to you.
Yeah.
And where was this at in San Antonio?
The UT Health Science Center.
Oh, so for the school.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. And then why did you get into dental? What was the reason?
There's a few reasons. Dental. One, I followed my brother. He was in dental school when I was in high school. And he used me for a dummy. And I met a girl in San Antonio.
Okay.
And,
a lot of stories start meeting the girl.
Dental school lab school was in San Antonio at UT.
Okay.
And timing worked out, and I moved to San Antonio.
So you were in San Antonio for a good number of years before you moved back to Austin?
The first program I went to was 2 years. So I was down there for a couple of years, and then I went back. Yeah, I moved back to Austin, and then went back and got my degree a couple of years later, a Bachelor's of Science in Dental Science. Okay,
so then how many years were you working in dental that you figured this was going to be a long-term stay, a career?
I don't know that I ever put any thought in it.
No?
Once I started, I go. I just went.
And just kept on?
I just kept going.
Okay.
I did have a goal of opening a business, and I did that when I was 30, and that was or 29. I had my first kid, and the girl worked out for a little while. I had my first kid, and I started a business. I finished up my degree, and it was an interesting time. But it was all about 30 years old. Okay,
so then San Antonio ended up picking up shop, moving back to Austin.
Yeah, San Antonio was for school.
Okay.
That was school.
There was no business in San Antonio?
There was no business, just besides some jobs.
Just learning, training.
Correct.
And so you went to school as a CDT, I guess?
I came out with, it's called an RG, registered graduate, and then you have to have some experience, and then you can go get your CDT after 2 years. Yeah. But I've had it since 2000. I got certified.
Okay, wow. So about 25 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my 25-year little CDT pin this year.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Where does that come from? Capital Area Dental Society or
the National Association of Dental Labs?
Okay, wow.
NADL.
Okay, so
yeah, I think it's from the NADL.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. All right, we'll check after this, but
or the NBC, National Board for Certification. One of those groups. I think they're tied together somehow.
So you've had a couple of businesses before you opened this place.
Yes.
Worked with a lot of docs.
Yes, a lot of docs.
In that experience, what have you learned that your dentists are looking for from a lab?
Everybody's different.
Okay.
Everybody's different. Somebody wants a crown. Somebody wants you to walk through a case with them. Somebody wants to treatment plan a big case. Somebody wants to learn a digital workflow. Mm-hmm. Somebody wants you completely out of the picture and do your work on the side. And
right.
Somebody wants you present in the operatory to make sure everything goes through. So they're all different. Everybody's different.
So a few weeks ago, I talked to you. You were actually going chairside with someone doing a seating, implant.
Yeah. This was a digital workflow. We don't do too many analog. We have done one recently, but almost everything today is digital. And this doctor down in San Antonio is learning the digital workflow. So we go down there and she takes scans and we show her what we're doing and we approve or tell her what's good or bad about the scans and do the design. Sometimes we take our printer. Sometimes we don't take our printer.
So digital workflow starts at the dental office, correct?
Starts just like analog.
Okay.
It all starts.
So the impression starts with the impression.
Yes.
But this is done digitally, and then it comes straight to the lab, and you create the model from that.
Yes, on the computer.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, we don't make too many models anymore, and that was interesting when I started because when I got out, or when I started this second lab, when I when I got out, digital printers were not
a thing.
They were a thing, but they were really bad. That was maybe 2016 or whatever. And so, I spent a lot of money on model equipment, and we don't use it.
No,
it just sits back there, and we use it once a month, once every couple months.
You're talking about the
model grinders
typical,
and the Pindex, and
that gets pretty dirty.
Yeah.
I've seen, just because I've had some experience in the past working at a dental lab, and it can get real dusty, real kind of muddy a little bit.
It's changed for print resin. Print resin is dirty.
Okay,
that's become the. I don't like print. We deal with print resin, but it's
speaking Chinese to me.
It's
print resin.
Messy.
So Implant TX, where do you excel? Like what are doctors, if they're looking to like make an effort into growing a certain area of their practice, is implants going to be where you kind of excel and bring certain services?
Yeah, this was interesting to me. When I came out, I went to work I sold my first lab. I went to work for an implant company for a little while. And when I came back, that was the experience was awesome. Working for the implant company to see what goes on that side and bringing that here. I was like, I think we can focus on implants. Mm-hmm. So I named the lab Implant TX, and I thought it would be a good name, like implant treatment. We're in Texas, but nobody ever gets it. It's implant treatment, right?
Oh, is that what that means? Right. I had no idea.
Implant treatment, yeah.
I thought it was this whole time. I thought it was Texas.
Right. I thought it would be funny.
Well, it's a double on time. It's kind of a play on words.
Yes. So
you are creative, my friend.
Anyway, it's working out. We do have a lot of implant cases in the lab. We do everything. We have some really good technicians. There's the aesthetic technician that we have here has been here longer than me. She's been doing it for 40 years, and she's been doing it 40 years right. Mm-hmm. And she's exceptional. But yeah, the implant thing, it's been interesting. The business model, when everybody sends you implants, one interesting aspect of it is like, you start, it's like, oh, we'll just do all implants. We'll do a good job with the implants. Mm-hmm. Well, you need like 100 doctors instead of 20 doctors because you're only getting 20%. You're only getting 20% of the work. So that was kind of an interesting start, and there's been, a couple things like that, but everything's rolling really good.
I know that there was one case that you had sent to my phone of a gentleman who had, the morning of, was getting the treatment plan for an implant.
Yes.
And this was in San Antonio. Uh-huh. And then you provided some, I guess it was a temporary type.
Yeah, actually, this was an interesting story because, at no time in our career, in 30 years, you've been around a long time too. Mm-hmm. but
I look it, don't I?
No. But we walk in and I work closely with some implant reps and I help those guys out, but they help me out. So we walk into an office and, the doctor has a printer and she's set up for a full arch surgery that morning. And I was there to support the implant rep, and you're looking around and I'm like, you know what, doc, hey, I can knock this out for you if you want me to. We can screw this in by the time pretty much when you're done with the surgery, it's just going to take us like an extra hour. And, she looks around kind of funny. Somebody walk off the street and say, we can knock this out and your patient can walk out with teeth, basically when you're done with surgery. And it worked out great. And, we printed it and put it together, and it was a really good experience. It was super fun for me because I've never done anything like that. You just walk in and give somebody some teeth off a 3D printer and some design software.
Well, I mean, and we probably should show the picture, if you get his approval. But he was super happy.
Yes, he was.
He was walking away that day with teeth he hasn't seen in years, if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
And I think the emotional roller coaster of you're saying end of day to day, I'm going to have some teeth. Uh-huh. A lot of people don't realize that you can provide services where you can start to market in your practice. Hey, listen, end of the day, you're going to walk away with some teeth that you haven't seen in a while, and then that's going to be your setup for your permanence when they're finally created and ready. But the experience of just within one 24-hour period to walk away with something, and now correct me if I'm wrong, can he eat with those as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to really stress out.
You don't want to eat an
implants.
apple, or
right? But it's really strong. The printers are amazing, and I kind of smile every time I print one because they look so good.
Yeah. Well, I was doing a quick tour yesterday with Rajni, and she was showing me the printers, and you got, I think, 3 of them.
4 of them.
4 of them.
No, actually 5 of them.
Really?
We got 5 printers. We got one we don't use, but we have specialty printers for surgical guys. We have specialty printers for models, and we have some stuff for soft tissue. And then we have a printer that we use to print night guards, and we also use that printer to print temporaries.
So you're equipped for someone looking for a quick turnaround.
Yes.
Even if you've got a lot of cases coming in, you're still able to meet certain parameters of 4 or 5 hour turnaround time.
Yes.
So then,
so this is really another interesting part. The past 4 years, especially in full arch and implants, to keep up, I feel like it takes a doctoral level time commitment
with technology,
to keep up with technology and learn software, and to know the techniques and which screw and how we match in files and all that. It's been really interesting. It's also been the most fun time of my career. I'm having more fun now than I've ever had.
And why is that?
I get to go a lot with these surgeries. I love to teach people this stuff, to pass on the knowledge that I've learned. These patients, when we were talking about patients, all this stuff, you think about somebody losing all their teeth. It's traumatic. Big guys, right? Guys that you don't think would care about that kind of stuff. It's traumatic. So
they won't admit it, though.
No, they won't.
They won't admit it to their family. They're not a big deal. I don't care.
Yeah, that's right. But when you see a big old guy,
start crying.
Yeah, start crying. Yeah.
Makes you cry, doesn't
it? It does. Yeah,
yeah.
I tell my kids, I said, I made a grown man cry today.
And that's something though that you can take with you, like at night when you go to bed. And I forgot, I think his name was Jose, I think. And the smile that he had, I remember driving and thinking that's pretty cool. And when I got my son there, I showed my son, I was like, look at this guy, he's pretty happy. And he said, he goes, he got his teeth for the first time in one day in years. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that dental can do. And he said, that's pretty cool. And the going to bed at night, you're putting your head in the pillow and you're going like, man, I did something that I changed someone's life today.
I did. I feel good about that.
Yeah.
And I'm super grateful to be a part of that.
Yeah.
When doctors invite me to be a part, that's it.
And then you get to meet the patient.
Yeah. I do want to back up a little bit. I want to stress, like we talk about this one day stuff. It really takes some planning. We do some planning before, and we have some pictures, and we do some designs, and get patient approvals and get doctors' approvals, and do some bite work sometimes if necessary to make surgery day successful. But in general, the surgery happens in a day, and we screw those in. This is
what I mean, in my experience, because I was in dental for 6 years, and a lot of up and coming dentists who are just coming into the industry. One of the best things they can do is lean on a dental lab that's got some experience. Because
I think so. I think so.
Well, and I'm saying that from experience because I was in marketing and sales, and I was talking to these guys, and you can see it in their eyes where they need a little bit of guidance because they don't want to make a mistake on their first few months of practice. Yeah. And so by leaning on a lab where just a general conversation of before the seating happens or before the implant happens, hey, just, quick protocol, cover your bases. And I think that little sense of it's going to be good, you're going to be fine. I think a new doc coming in is going to find a lot of relief from a lab with some 30 years experience.
I think so. I hope so. I hope that we can provide that service.
Well, and the thing too is they also want to be, you can tell they're there to help. A lot of these dentists are doing that because they want to feel like they're making a difference, kind of like what you were saying. And if everybody's sharing in that same compassion and that same effort, the teamwork and the planning and the digital workflow that takes place, it all goes to one goal, and that is helping change people's lives for the better, whether it be cosmetic or whether it be functional. Dentistry has, and that's the other thing too. It's where you're helping somebody go from this state of mind to this state of mind. Typically, it's always going to be in a better state of mind. Hopefully,
yes,
they're finally smiling over the last 15 years, and they're finally being more outgoing and meeting their friends more and whatnot. So it is definitely a life changer. What would you tell an up and coming new dentist as words of advice or words of wisdom that you've seen? Because you've probably got some relationships that you've had over the years, and you've seen things that work and things that don't work.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, what about just when it comes to...
I would say when something goes sideways, and cases will go sideways, stop, reverse, go back, fix it. Because it always becomes a bigger problem later.
I've heard some horror stories.
There are some. There are some for sure. Certainly, we've had cases go sideways. One thing that I feel really good about today is there's not too many things that I don't think I can fix. Right? If there's always times where you don't get maybe you don't get a stability on an implant in a surgery, and you got to put it somewhere else. Of course, that's the the doctor's doing, but we're always able to recover from that.
Right.
Patients come in for custom shades. This is kind of an example of what we're talking about. Patients come in for custom shades, and sometimes they're difficult. It's the most difficult things we do, like a single central. We always tell them, we might not get it the first time, although most of the time we do get it the first time. We might not get it the first time, but I promise you by the time we're done, you're going to be happy with it.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just being patient with the patient.
Yes.
Because a lot of times they're just not happy with, even though it looks like it's spot on.
Yes, that's right.
I've seen that time and time again. And I didn't mean to mean that double on time, patient with a patient. But I was doing custom shades for a while, and when we'd go back to say they don't like the shade, I'm like, it just looks exactly the same.
Yeah, you can't see it.
I don't see it. And so it's a lot of it's got to do with patience. Throw away the ego. There's a lot of egos in dentistry that I've seen that gets nobody nowhere. And
I think that's with anything.
That's with anything. I mean, to be honest with you, it's very much about, let's just be a servant. Let's be serving with a humble heart, so that whoever you're working with, the dentist, the staff, the patients, it should always be a positive, good experience walking away.
Yes.
Where then referrals, which 80% of dentistry is referral.
Yeah.
That's your bread and butter. That's your lifeline. You don't want any part of that patient's experience to be negative. And I've seen, and I'm not going to name any names, but there's been experiences where you walk in, there's a phone, and pick up it for custom shade. It's a very non-warm welcome, and that could really kind of steer people. I don't know about going back to that dentist. I was scared just getting in there to know what that. So, and that's just for me knocking on doors during that period. But so what do you plan? What's your vision for Implant TX, which implant treatment? Yeah. What's your vision? What's your plan? How do you want to grow the business?
To continue doing what we're doing and find good people to do it.
Okay.
Technicians are difficult to find. We've got we got a bunch coming in over the next couple of weeks, but you're
on a growth stage right now.
We're in a growth stage. We got a building that's every technician has about 5 rooms for themselves. But we got it with intentions to grow, and we're having to adapt. Again, the business is changing. It's even changing from 6 months. We develop a price list, and we go down. I was like, well, they wanted something different. We don't have that on the price. We make new products all the time, whether it's design services or design and print or coming down there to show doctors how to do stuff.
So kind of
that's
setting
the
yourself
intention.
apart when it comes to service, setting yourselves apart as a lab when it comes to like people knowing that there's going to be support on the back end. There's going to be, phone calls. If need be, communication. Do you all have a system set up for clients that are currently sending you cases? Like a software system?
We do. We have a web portal. Everybody gets on
Okay.
and drops in their cases and their script. That's where you can drop the cone beams. We do a lot of surgical planning. We were talking a little bit about how we help doctors, and that's through surgical planning and surgical guides. All that goes through. I always have my phone. Somebody's always here to answer the phone at the lab. We hire experienced technicians. Everybody's been around a long time.
That's the thing. You got to grow, but you got to grow carefully. You can't be making too many crazy decisions because things can go sideways.
No, it happens. It happens to a lot of labs. Most labs. I've certainly experienced it in my career. I'm not immune to it. Where we would win, big accounts and
Right.
like, wow, that's a lot of work coming in the door. But those experiences have helped out. You got 20 doctors. One day dump a bunch of work on you. Like, wow,
doesn't it happen every year though? Doesn't it happen? Was it November, December?
Yeah, maybe starting September. Yeah,
everyone figures out they have insurance for the first time and then start running for it.
They've been putting it on. They know. They just put it on.
So you make sure that the technician you bring on. That's interesting. So staff that comes aboard, technicians.
Yes.
Experienced. You want to make sure that the cases you give them aren't going to give you more work on your hands, that they make your job easier, not harder.
Yeah. Well, we have a good QC process, and everything that goes out the door goes out the same process. But again, we have some real experienced technicians here, and everything's flowing really good.
That's good. Staff that you have now, that they've been very friendly that I've seen and been very welcoming and warm. So it seems like there was a trend that you've done with the hiring process.
Yeah.
And you're just going to continue upon that.
It's fun when you get to start a business, and it's fun that you get to hire your weaknesses, right? And try to create a culture, and hopefully everybody likes to come to work, and everybody shows up with a smile. And
right. Starts from the top down.
I hope so. It
starts from the top down. The other thing that you were talking about doing is events, doing more events and providing.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Added value for the dentist, whether it be CE or whether it be just for entertainment. But that's something
I'd like to do them around some charity work too.
Yeah, raising some funds, maybe picking a case where they don't have the money, but they do need.
Yeah, I'm always open to that. I tell everybody I work with, if you have somebody that can't afford a case, I'm always happy to help out.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that everybody should start taking part in, is giving back to the community.
Yes, I agree.
It pays in way more ways than one. So any final thoughts you want to say to the world out there?
No, I just appreciate the time, and I'm happy to be back. I've been back 4 years in this lab, and everything's going great. Like I said, I'm having the best time that I've had in those 30 years. And
have you?
Yeah. Everything's going real good. Being a part of these big cases and having the 30 years experience doesn't hurt. It feels good.
Yeah, and so a doctor looking to maybe reach out to you and start a conversation or even a relationship, who do they call?
They call here at the lab, or they can, if I'm not here at the lab, certainly you can use my cell phone.
Okay. And then you send a welcome email typically to new docs.
When we start, we just grab, we'll get their location and an email, set them up an account where they can drop in all their files and their cone beams or whatever kind of cases they're working on. And everything just goes through the portal. Pretty easy process.
Okay. Well, thank you, Chad, for taking the time
to
chat with me. And
we'll have fun.
We'll be moving forward.
Signing off. Thank you.